list.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Everybody, we are thrilled to have, and I thought it had been recently, but it's been a year since we had Mary Rocap back in the studio. Mary, great to see you.
Thank you. It's really good to be here.
Thank you so much for coming all the way from Cedar Grove, North Carolina.
The traffic has got to be rough.
There are some stoplights between here and there.
What? There are?
Two.
Yes.
Well, great to see you, and we are always pleased to hear your wonderful music. So whatever you'd like to start with, we'd love to hear.
Good. I'll start with a song about songwriting and minor key. I don't know why that is. The song is a consideration. The song, consternation. What to lose and what to keep, what to sow and what to reap. The song, an obligation. The song, a lamentation. The song, a consolation. What is truth and what is lie? What will pass, what will abide? The song, a revelation. Who's to say the wind don't carry every high and lonesome wail? Who's to say that crumbs don't lead to a child's fairy tale? Who's to say the blues ain't holy and tears don't soothe your soul? That the song don't bring the mercy that heals and makes you whole? The song is a constellation, a mystical observation. When the evening stars appear, when infinity comes near, the song, illumination. The song is a consecration. The song, a celebration. A soaring dove, an outstretched hand, unending love, the promised land. The song, sweet salvation. Blessed be the bells that ring, and blessed be the ones that sing. Blessed be the rhyme and words from every song you ever heard. Blessed be each beating heart, every ending, every start. Blessed be the melody, blessed be the harmony. The song is a consideration. The song, a lamentation. The song, illumination. The song, sweet salvation. There we go. Everything, songs a lot.
What a nice way to start the show.
That was a fantastic way to start the show.
Mary, is that a new song?
I wrote it within the year.
So over the last year, as
Yeah.
we've emerged back into our lives, has that helped?
No.
It hasn't.
No, it has
you're,
not.
you're not seeing the floodgates
No.
open.
No, I wish I was. I'm feeling like they are starting to, like I wrote 4 songs within this year.
That's
so
not bad.
that's good.
It's best not to push it, right?
Right, maybe not.
So on that one, do you remember if, and maybe you don't because it's been a little bit, but whether you just had this idea of the song, or whether you had the chords going, or what happened?
What happened was that it was a prompt.
Oh.
So I go every year to an annual retreat of songwriters and writers. Michael Paris was talking about it when he did a show here. And so before we went, George Ann Eubanks gave everybody a prompt. And so the prompt was, the first line had to be, the song is something or other. So.
And then how long did you have to work that up before you had to present it?
Well, I think she gave it to us a week beforehand, but I pretty much just sat down and wrote it.
Oh.
There's a lot of words that end with that Asian sound, like in your rhyming dictionary, like 3 or 4 pages. No, and so I kept on switching them, but the basic of the song was set. It was just like figuring out what words I wanted to use
Really
to
nice.
describe.
You're not the first person to mention prompts.
Yeah.
Driving the writing of a song. The idea to me of a prompt terrifies me. I don't see how anyone could write a song to a prompt, but I'm not a songwriter. I think 10 out of 10 songwriters who have been in here said, "Oh yeah, prompts are magic."
They are. And especially if you have the freedom to ignore them, or to take, like sometimes a prompt will be like maybe multi-layered, as this one was, and I disregarded 2 and 3 part of it. I just went for the 1. So it just helps to sort of get something going, and then you can. It's not necessarily responsible for the whole song, but it helps you get started.
That is pretty much what every songwriter in here has said, is that it helps them focus. It gets rid of all the other noise, songwriting noise that's going on in their heads, and focus on something. And so it really works.
Yeah.
So why don't songwriters just give themselves prompts all the time?
Some do, probably.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'm
I think
thinking,
there are like books, and there are some people don't need it. They have enough to say on their own.
fair. I guess what I'm thinking is there's probably some magic in the prompt coming from somebody else.
Maybe so. I didn't, when I first started writing songs, I didn't use prompts. And then I got maybe 15 years into songwriting, I got into a songwriters group, and then we gave ourselves prompts, for the next time we were coming together. And so I've gotten kind of used to that system.
It's nice to have like that period of time, like a week or so. I've never written to a prompt. I find it eminently interesting, though, how this works and everything, and maybe I should try that sometime.
I should give you a prompt, and then maybe next
time I see you, a year from now. But we hear some people, like, they're at these gatherings, and they get the prompt, and like, come back in an hour and have your song. I could never do that.
You might surprise yourself.
It takes me years sometimes.
Well, you might revise, but I'm pretty sure you would find something.
Well, sounds fun.
I bet he
though.
would. Kirk is a great songwriter.
I know.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Mary, would you mind playing us another song?
Yeah. This is going to be. I have 3 songs that were all around one theme, and so this is sort of like
Excellent.
Like a trilogy. I don't know whether it's a trilogy, but the same songwriter group, we sometimes got together in the spring, and we go down to Columbia, North Carolina, and that is quite near the former plantation Somerset. And so we went and took the tour at Somerset, which that particular plantation was one of the largest ones in North Carolina. 100,000 acres of land, over 900 enslaved people, and the property has been restored so that not only is it just the big house, but the enslaved people's, their cabins were kept, and some of the tools and stuff like that. So you got a real sense of like life. And so this first song is just sort of my take on how awful that life was. And then the second one is sort of like trying to escape that life. And then the third one is realizing that the connections between the people who owned that plantation have connections to where I'm going to be buried. They are buried too. So there's like a kind of a horrifying realization that this is not past.
Right.
It's still part of us. So. This is called Summer at Somerset. The noonday sun will never sink. The moon will never rise. The drinking gourd ne'er touch my lips. Mosquitoes dog my eyes. Felling timber, clearing land under overseer threat. Summer after summer, summer at Somerset. picking cotton, shucking corn. You were fattening up the hogs, hoeing taters, planting beans. You send uncle to be flogged, loading up the barges. You sell sister to pay a debt. Summer after summer, summer at Somerset. You get the corn, we get the husk. You get the bread, we get the crust. You get the chicken, we get the bones. You get the millet, we get the stones. You get Christmas after Christmas, we get nothing but regret. We get summer after summer, we get summer at Somerset. You get summer, we get summer, we get summer at Somerset.
Mary Rocap live here on Pass the Hat. I was just having visions of summer on a slave plantation down east, no air conditioning,
Right.
mosquitoes everywhere, and just hot and sweat
Yes.
and dirt
Miserable.
and miserable.
Miserable.
And that song kind of evokes that slow, hot summer day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Thank you.
This is
Some of those crops are like picking cotton, and I never have, but I understand just tear your hands up. Or and I've seen people picking tobacco out around where I live, and it's just such a messy, horrible.
sticky stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I probably told the story before. I won't go into detail, but I did work harvesting tobacco one summer, and got what they call green fever. I think it's from the sap of the tobacco plants getting all over your arms.
Yeah.
I was told to wear long sleeves, and it was like July, and I said, "Don't be stupid."
Yeah.
But then you get nicotine poisoning from all of the sap sucking into your skin. It was miserable,
Yeah.
and I just did it for a few days for a couple of summers. It was not a livelihood for me. No.
Yeah.
So we're here with Mary Rocap, and we're about to hear the third of the trilogy.
The second of the trilogy. So this one's called Waiting on the Truth. I'm waiting on the truth, and all you got are lies. I'm waiting for the smoke to clear, my unrest to subside. I'm looking for another path than this one that I'm on. The next best opportunity, don't look for me, I'm gone. I'm waiting, contemplating, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the sun to set and for the moon to rise. I'm waiting for the midnight hour, darkness to disguise. Steal away upon my lips, hear the thunder call. Forget more than remember, dreaming most of all. I'm waiting, tempt fading, I'm waiting. It's now or never, whispers the wind. Take this chance, it won't come again. If you let this night pass away, what will you wake up to come the day? Hey, hey, hey. The world may have the power, but it won't claim me. This world may have a voice, but it don't speak for me. I'm not asking for permission to set me free. Each step I take's the one I choose, don't hinder me. I'm not waiting, not hesitating, not waiting. It's now or whispers the wind. I'm taking this chance, it might not come again. If I let this night pass away, what will I wake up to come the day? Hey, hey, hey. I'm not waiting. Not waiting. Not waiting. There we go.
I'm not saying anything because we're waiting for the third song of the trilogy.
This is the third one. This is called He Was a Planter, He Was Kind. So the owners of the Somerset plantation came to Hillsborough to get out of the war area, and then they ended up staying.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So Collins, we still have that name quite a bit around here.
Mm-hmm. Lots of Collins.
That's why I was like going, I think we have some Collins in our churchyard. Okay. There is a gravestone in the churchyard. He was a planter, he was kind. Served in the army for the southern states. He has been dead a long, long time. Now when I look at that inscription, I gotta wonder, was that true? And all the people enslaved by him, was that the truth that they knew? The stories that we tell ourselves may need to change from time to time. If other voices have been silenced and our own eyes closed long they're blind. It's the burden of perspective. It's time to learn a thing or two. It's time to stand up and be counted, and be counted on to stand up for what's true. There is no future in those days of war, divisive tribes of our own kind. We're deeper, better, more resilient if everybody's got a chance to shine. We're the stewards of this old world, bearing a story that's as precious as time. Every one of us a child, every one of us a part of the design. Someday there'll be a gravestone marker above the earth where I'm laid. May love and kindness be extended, love and kindness that extends beyond the grave. May love and kindness be extended, love and kindness that extends beyond the grave. Love and kindness that extends beyond the grave. All right.
Mary Rocap sharing the third of the trilogy with us.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
That's the
trilogy.
first time I've ever done through those three back to back.
Everybody, you can learn all about Mary's varied and interesting life out there at maryrocap.com, ROCAP. And Mary is not just a songwriter and musician, but a writer.
Writer.
of interesting things, and also a crafts person. Mary, tell us about the crafts part of your life.
Yeah, I have. The longer I live, the sort of more varieties I sort of get into. But I'm basically a quilter, and so I like to do textile art. So I have in my quilting, I do quilts and pot holders and placemats. Then I do embroidery. I do baby blankets embroidered. I make aprons, and let's see what else. Did I say pot holders? I said pot holders. I have a bunch of different kinds of pot holders. And then I have been making these, what I call tableaus, which are, they start out as material, but they're pretty small, 4x6s, and they usually have, I've got these two super old prayer books, Book of Common Prayer. One's from 1890-something, and the other's from 1926. And so I reverently tear out prayers or pieces of scripture and then make a collage based on that. And that's been a real passion for me.
It sounds like a lot of
Yeah.
when you tear the pages out.
Reverently? Yeah.
Reverently, of course.
Yeah.
And how are you affixing them? What do you doing there?
Mostly I'm just using glue stick because that seems to be the least like damaging to the.
Right.
And it goes behind a picture frame, so it's real tight. So
so it really just has to be held in place until you can press it in behind the glass.
Yeah.
Your songwriting is very woven and textured, and so the frame of mind as you're writing your songs and as you're doing your crafts is there any dovetailing of this moment you're in and you're at one with the piece of work?
No, but I would say that my different parts kind of like going. I gravitate to the sewing first, and I can do that for a tremendous long time. I can spend 8 hours and it just goes like that. And so my guitar and songwriting is like going, you spend all that time upstairs with your felt and your material. What about me? So I feel sometimes I'm playing favorites or something.
What a wonderful thing to be able to, when you sort of get stale on the one, you
I
have
can
the
just
other
move
to
to the
turn
other.
Jump to the other one.
Yeah.
But does inspiration hit you the same for songwriting as it does for doing more tactile stuff?
I do have inspiration for the tactile stuff. I mean, I'll have I make these little felt books too, and so I'll be doing this, and then I'll have oh man, I should do a book about that. So I have a bird book and shells and how rain happens and trees and there's sort of to be children's books that an adult would talk through because there's dangerous things. I mean, I put glittery things that a child could bite off. So they're
So designing the book in your mind, it sort of just takes over everything you're thinking
that's
about
right.
for at least a little while.
Yeah. So it is there is that creative spark that goes to that. It's just not putting things together. So it's a puzzle, and in that way, it's the same as songs, because songs are puzzles very much.
If one wants to see these wonderful crafts, where might one go?
Right now, the Hillsborough Arts Gallery has my felt books and my pot holders, and I'll be going to the Eno River Farmers Market on the day before Mother's Day, and I'll be bringing stuff there.
Nice.
That's
well, everybody go
next week, right?
And I think, maybe. And then I do the Chapel Hill Farmers Market in the fall.
And it is last Friday's Art Walk in Hillsborough right now. So I guarantee you the Hillsborough Gallery of Arts is open.
I know. John Bemis has a new show. I have to go down there after this little thing because he's doing his masks.
There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff to see downtown Hillsborough this evening, y'all. Come on out.
Yeah.
Well, Mary, we have the top of the hour sort of in view, but a perfect amount of time to do one more song before that.
This is a little lullaby, and I wrote this when my daughter was pregnant with her first daughter. no harm shall come to thee. Great horned owl stands guard this night on his perch in yonder tree. Songbirds of the woodland will greet you in the morn. Ginger tea and honey will help you to be born. The moon has kept me company as months passed one by one. She's round and full up in the sky. She bids my baby come. Cradle stands awaiting with blankets trimmed with lace. Your papa's arms will hold you fast, and I'll gaze on your sweet face. Rose of Sharon will curtsy, breezes bend down low, blades of grass will pride themselves. They were the first to know. Rest a little longer, no harm shall come to thee. Great horned owl stands guard this night on his perch in yonder tree. On his perch in yonder tree.
Mayor Rocap, live here on Pass the Hat, bringing us right to the top of the hour, which is where
We are encumbered to say we are WHUP LP Hillsboro. The show is Pass the Hat. Bob, we are so fortunate to have an hour two sponsor. Tell us about that.
That's right. Support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is, hey, Mary,
Yes?
do you see that box?
I do see the box.
Would you mind holding that up?
I don't mind holding it up.
Support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthew's Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait.
Matthew has cases full of chocolate. Y'all go get some, because if you don't need chocolate, you know people who do.
Like your mother coming up. on
Mother's Day is a chocolate holiday. I mean, all holidays are chocolate holidays. But also, you know the rules. Don't show up the Saturday before Mother's Day and expect to get a whole bunch of chocolate, because there's going to be a line of people before you. Get there now, or even better, go in and place an order and then pick it up on that Saturday before Mother's Day, and it'll be ready for you.
Everybody, as we said, we are Pass the Hat on WHUP. The website is whupfm.org. If you go on there, and you can go on now and contribute whatever little bit you can. We are not officially into Giving Week, but it will be coming up, and we will tell you a lot more about that next week. And but as you go on the website, click on shows, scroll down to Pass the Hat. We've been here 9 years?
9 years.
Whoa. And we
Almost every Friday for 9 years.
It's amazing. It seems like yesterday
Congratulations,
when
that's
we were
really great.
talking about starting the show. Yeah, and so all of our shows are archived there, the audio by our wonderful IT staff from the best in North Carolina and surrounding area songwriters. But that's not all. We have moved into the 21st century, or whatever century we're in.
One of those. It's a century.
And we have now become a multimedia enterprise. Bob, tell us about that.
I prefer conglomerate. I like that word.
That's a good one. That's hard to say, conglomerate.
Conglomerate. Yes, we not only are a radio station during Pass the Hat, but for this hour between 6:30 and 7:30 on Pass the Hat, we become a television station live streaming on your favorite live streaming services, which are Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Twitch keeps streams for 2 weeks because, hey, it's a gaming platform, but it is fantastic for live performances. And then YouTube and Facebook, of course, keep them forever. So we have what you're seeing live and listening to live right now. And also, when we're done, you can go and look through an archive of several years of these weekly performances, full-hour performances, in-depth interview, just up close and personal with artists here in the studio, and you can get lost in local North Carolina talent.
We still have 30 minutes to go with Mary Rocap, so tell all your friends that we are out there streaming this live right now. And Bob, if people go to the Pass the Hat Facebook page, or where do they go?
That's right. I apologize for not mentioning that. At WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat, everywhere. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, etc. All of those, you will click on the live button or the live tab, one of those, and you will see us live. Well, you'll see Mary live.
Thank goodness
We'll
we're not on
hear your
TikTok,
voices.
because the
We'd be banned.
U.S. Congress, boy, they would have wrecked our show.
Well, Mary, you were one of the most smiling, happy, gentle, wonderful people I know. And you sing lots of uplifting songs, but also lots of songs. I think everyone you've played today has been in a minor key.
I love the minor key.
It works so good with your voice.
I struggled to write a song that's just in major. I do have one coming up though.
I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
in this whole great raft of minor key songs, what's the darkest song you've ever written?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's probably one that I wrote like a long, long time ago, because I haven't really felt so dark of late.
Well, I guess that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. That's an
the
interesting
Oleander
question.
song is fairly.
I know, but that's it's dark. Yeah, that's.
It's poisonous.
It's darkish.
But it's also kind of like she's just staying it. She's not
It's not
great
quite
song.
a murder ballad. It's kind of
It's not-
thinking about
it's-
murder
it's-
ballad.
It's kind of like you can sit there, but like this is not a. You'd be better off somewhere else.
Well, Mary, you've recorded a bunch of music. Do people find that through your website, or where?
They do. It's also on all those places. The song, I can't even think of them what they're called anymore.
Apple
But
Music, Spotify.
Spotify.
All that
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Not that it does me any good, but people can find it out there.
Yeah, they can at least
Yeah,
hear
they
it,
can
and
hear
then
it.
they can
And my
buy
website
stuff from it.
has all the songs that I've recorded individually. You can download any of them there.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the website is
MaryRocap.com.
.com. Very
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Very easy. Yeah.
Well, Mary, to kick off this second half hour of the show, can you play us a song?
I can. So this is I Had a Dream. And I wrote this after, after reading Stephen Hawking's, what is it, A Brief History of Time.
Mm-hmm.
But I had wanted to write a song that used the word solar breeze. Or, because that's a nice concept to me, solar breeze. Yeah, so. I had a dream, I sailed the sea, I rode the easterlies, I heard the song the mermaids sing, a song that charms each living thing. I had a dream, I had a dream, I had a dream. I saw the day turn to the night. The moon gave me her light. The shooting stars became my guide. They beckoned me to fly. I had a dream. I had a dream. I saw the turtle pacing out the time. The weight of the world was heavy on his mind. And then the sun began to swirl. The wind its sail unfurled and sparkled out a shaft of light to bear me on this flight. I had a dream. I had a dream. I saw the turtle look up in the sky. I saw the teardrops falling from his eyes. I had a dream. I sailed the sea. I rode the solar breeze. I heard the song the angels sing, a song to heal each living thing. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream.
So nice.
I'm glad there was a song with a turtle in it.
Yeah,
I
well,
want
the
that.
turtles used to be, the people thought that the turtle held the earth. So,
Bob's been
That's right.
Yeah.
You and posting pictures of turtles.
That's,
Regularly.
That's why I was glad there was a turtle in the song. Turtle apparently has been my spirit animal lately. My father's pond is full of giant snapping turtles. But I went camping last weekend, and when I came back from camping, I pulled my truck into my driveway, and there's a giant snapping turtle just walking down the middle of my driveway.
waiting for you.
They're trying to tell me something, I guess.
Mary, that last song, I love that song, is the structure of it. You had the beginning part might be a verse or something, da 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 da
Yeah.
da da, and then you have like the chorus, I had a dream,
Yeah.
but then you go into the turtle part, and it's like a bridge. Does that happen? Which is entirely different sounding. Does that happen a lot in your songs where you
I don't think about, and frankly, I don't even know what chords I'm playing in that song because I have this like tiny capo that makes everything different. So all I'm doing is going after a sound, and that's the sound I wanted. I don't know whether it's a minor key or a seventh or what it is musically.
So when you're first coming together with the song and you sort of have the normal parts
Yeah.
going on, like just all of a sudden your soul takes you to
It
these
does.
other places?
I have no idea how that happened. But that was just like, that's where that goes.
It's a magic capo, Bob. I don't know where she got that, but
Yeah.
We've had people in here use 3 or 4 capos, well, maybe 3, but never a magic one before.
Marys don't always touch all the strings either.
Yeah, it's called a partial capo. And you can go this way, which makes it sort of like a dagad, or you can go this way, which is sort of like an alternate G tuning.
Did you make it a partial capo,
No,
or you bought it
You
like
bought
that?
it, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And so you flip it upside down and it does different things?
No,
Well, that's what the gap is in.
you see, it's
Over
just a
different
little
strings.
tiny. So it'll go over 3 strings. So either it'll go over 5, 4, and 3, or 2, 3, and 4.
And you're
Okay.
playing standard chords and different things happen when you do
You,
that?
you
or-
can do standard chords more easily with it going in the G one, but you have to find other ways to play the other way.
Mary Rocap's a sorceress.
And an engineer.
But David Wilcox, I think, sort of like did a lot of work with this.
We are big fans of David Wilcox here on the show, too.
Yeah.
I mean, and who isn't? Who's ever heard him?
Ooh, boy, that doesn't sound good.
Speaking of guitars, that's a wonderful sounding guitar you have there.
It's gear time.
It's a Gibson, right?
It's a Gibson.
And have you had that for a while now?
I think I have. You always ask me these questions about my guitar, Kirk, and I think I must be the worst guest because
I wasn't going to say, like, what's the serial number. I just
I know,
said
but
I love the guitar.
I know, but I always feel like you want to know, like,
What is the provenance of this
No,
guitar?
just like, how long have you had it? Because
See, I
we're
don't
interested.
even know the answer to that question.
Oh.
I don't even know the answer. I've had it a long time.
You just need to make up an answer. We would not know the difference.
That's true.
Whatever. It's a beautiful sounding guitar. Really is. Or maybe it's the player, Bob.
I think it's a combination
But
of both.
it's the first one I've had that had the electronics in it, and that was really helpful. Although doesn't seem to be helping me right now.
Well, we're not using the electronics right now, y'all people out in Radio Land.
Nope.
And this is just the raw guitar sound, and it sounds great in my headphones. It's wonderful
and I
and
don't have
warm.
headphones, but it sounds great in my ears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Off the guitar subject. So this is my newest song. I wrote this a couple weeks ago. How about that?
Wow.
So. On major key. Oh, no, there's some minor in it. I've dreamed of sights I've never seen. I've slept the clock around. Been everywhere and back again, sometimes lost and sometimes found. Stars are bright when the sun goes down, they disappear at dawn. Though unseen, they're a shining light, and to them I am drawn. Never looked down the wishing well, never tossed my pennies in. Never knew how one could foretell Never knew how one could foretell where you'll go from where you've been. Every step on an open road is a step along the way. Every sight has ne'er been seen, every day a holy day. I never found a common ground, beauty's always on display. And I know that where I'm bound is gonna call me home one day. I've dreamed of sights I've never seen, I've slept the clock around. Been everywhere and back again, call me lost, but I am found. Call me lost, but I am found. There you go.
Yay, major key.
Mary, you'd mentioned your daughter and your granddaughter.
Yeah, I've got two granddaughters now. Yeah.
As you're playing, and I remember you a couple years ago, you posted pictures of them. They're so beautiful.
I have a new picture I should post. Oh my gosh.
But a song like that, they would love. Have they ever heard you play?
They do. You know, they have some old CDs, like me and Charlie and Lisa, for example. And I was in the car not so long ago, and little Meriwether was in the back, and she was like going, put the music on, Mom. She calls me Mom Air, and I was like going, well, she goes, the CD is already in the player. All you have to do is turn it on. And it was me and Lisa and Charlie, and she was like going, there's Charlie and Lisa. She was like, she knew everything.
That's nice.
She knew everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So they live nearby, your grandchildren?
No, they live in Charlottesville, but I try to get up
too
about
far
once.
away.
3 hours, it's very doable.
Yeah.
That's how she knows about tight squeeze.
I know. Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah.
Go right by there.
I go right by there lots of times.
You guys didn't hear that conversation before we turned the microphones on, but Kirk has a song about tight squeeze, and Mary has been to tight squeeze.
Through tight squeeze.
Well, I
And
think that counts as two also.
Yeah, and I think that there's a loose grip around there somewheres, Because I remember seeing, I wouldn't have made that up. That's not something you
No.
make up. I
Mary
think,
doesn't lie. Everybody, if I may be so rude, I would like to remind everybody who hasn't heard already that next Thursday at the Blue
this is
Note
gonna be
Grill, next Thursday, May 2nd at Blue Note Grill, 7 o'clock, I will be thrilled to be doing songs, including Tight Squeeze, with Jonathan Bird, Abigail Dowd, and Nancy Middleton. So no cover. So come over a little early because parking is a little challenged in downtown Durham, but we have a whole big parking lot just about a half a block away for you to easily get into.
Bring money with you because there's no cover, but there is a tip jar, and these guys are all very good.
Nice when it happens.
Throw
So
money in that tip jar.
This is sort of a I don't know what they call it when you do it again. We did it maybe about 8 months ago.
I was there, and it was great.
Very successful, and so at the time we said, let's do this again sometime, and so we are. So
That's good.
hopefully we'll see you over there.
yeah.
I plan to be there.
Me too.
I mean, Thursdays can throw monkey wrenches into my life sometimes, but I plan to be there.
Just tell the big bosses that you got more important things to do than do computer
Than
software,
get paid.
whatever stuff. Yes.
So,
Mary?
Mary,
Yeah. I'm going to do another one.
you're going to do another one, but we have to ask you where people can come and see you play live.
Okay, so, well, for those of you who like an Episcopal service,
Who doesn't?
Megan Whitted and I, as the Traveling Mercies, do special music for St. Joseph's in Durham 2 times a month, usually the first and third Sunday. So it's at 6 o'clock at St. Joe's on Main Street near Whole Foods.
Nice.
That's a great little church. And then we're going to be at the June Bloom at the Sunshine Lavender Farm coming up. I think it's the June 9th and June 15th.
And the lavender will be blooming.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point.
And I can
I don't know where the Sunshine Lavender
It's
Farm
on
is.
it's on Schley Road, off of Schley Road.
Okay, so
It
kind
has
of
Go out
northern
50.
Orange County.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Closer to like Walnut Grove Church Road than St. Mary's.
Okay.
Those,
So if you go down, easiest way, go down 57, and there's an intersection there, and the Sly School is there. Take a left, and it'll be out there.
yeah,
The Grange is there
Past
too?
the Grange,
Past
yeah.
the Grange, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know that area.
yeah.
I did not know there was a lavender farm. I've tried to grow lavender a few times, and once it gets established, apparently it's maintenance free, but I haven't got it established yet.
Yeah, it's a nice, and they usually have like lots of different activities.
Like
Yeah.
picking, and like you weave them together.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things.
like little projects, and
Yeah.
you can clip from the lavender, and but
Smell that now.
Yum.
yeah, it's nice. We'll be on the front porch of their house playing music. I don't know exactly what times. I'm going to be doing one of Leah. I think she calls them her tiny house concerts.
Teeny
Yes.
tiny.
Teeny tiny house concert.
concerts. That's on June 22nd, I
Oh,
think.
fun.
And then Megan and I will have a house concert sometime, I think also in June, but it's not established yet.
Excellent.
You've got a busy June coming up,
Yeah.
and it's just, it hasn't all congealed yet, but you got a
I
lot
know,
of stuff
yeah,
going
there's
on.
a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
Yay.
Doing lots of music.
Y'all get out there, follow Mary at maryrocap.com because you want to be to at least some, if not all of these places.
Yeah, thank
Well,
you.
and don't go anywhere because we want to get as much music in as we can right here. We've got probably time for 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's called Turn the Page, and I wrote this basically because I had written down a whole lot of phrases from reading the Game of Thrones book. And one in particular that I just loved was this a bed, like using the letter A before something, like a horse, like he uses that, like somebody's a horse, or a bed. And it just made me start thinking about these words that we use, and I wondered whether, like, asleep is like a similar derivation, alive, abreast, awake.
I mean, not
Foot.
using A as
It's a
an article, but as a
it's a like a what's
So
a,
if you're a horse, means you're on a
on
horse.
a horse, right?
Okay.
But we don't use it anymore. There's no new words, I think, coming out of this. Like we're not a car. Like nobody's saying, "I'm a car."
Gives a whole new meaning to abroad.
So
Maybe now we use the @ sign instead.
We use
yeah,
that.
there you go. But I thought that it's really it's kind of it's lovely. It's a lovely phrase.
Yeah, it's a great turn of phrase. You can use that in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So anyway, so this uses I use that phrase in there here. The time has come. What's done is done. We're left with little and less. Not well, and time won't tell. Just what would you suggest? In this false spring, and our dead king, little prince, he lies abed in a secret room, 'neath the cold pale moon, and a queen who's filled with dread. Turn the page, age to age, the space between is thin. This much and more you can't ignore. You've heard it in the singing. The hero wakes, the hero takes, the tolling bell is ringing. If not tonight, by candlelight, certainly by the morrow. Not well, and time will tell. Sorrow brings more sorrow. Turn the page, burn the sage. Words are naught but wind, and the north wind knows how the story goes. It's heard it all before. The ending ends and begins again. It begins and ends once more. And we stand caught by all we've wrought. We're as guilty as they come, and none who dwell can break the spell for the many or for the one. For the many or for the one. Maybe that's the darkest. Maybe that's the darkest one.
Darkest one ever, or the darkest one tonight?
Maybe ever.
Wow.
That's dark. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
I like me a dark song now and then.
Well, I got another one.
Well, let's hear it. Oh, it's getting darker,
I don't know. The sun's just going down there.
right?
This is called The Mistress of Time. From the waste of the night to dawn's first gray light, summer is drifting away.
The moon turn begins, a ripening friend, but one that I'd like to betray. Leaves wither and dry, they rattle and sigh, the wind making melody. The seasonal change, a curtain remains, descending by degree. And who is the mistress of time, ringing the bell tower chimes? There's no walking away from night or from day, from the pace of the sun and the moon. I hear the bells toll, I feel the spells hold, while I sweep fallen leaves with my broom. And who is the mistress of time? Am I singing her song or mine? Maybe I don't need to know the highs and the lows, the melee and its aftermath. I look up at the stars, I look deep in my heart, as I try to discern my own path. And who is the mistress of time? Is she deaf to my fate? Is she blind?
Mistress of Time, Mary Rocap, live here in the studio, and we are wrapping up now a wonderful hour with Mary Rocap, live here in the studio. Mary, do you have another one you would like to play?
I'll play one more, yeah.
Y'all get out to maryrocap.com, learn all about Mary, buy all of the stuff, find out where she's playing, and go see her.
Let's see.
It's a call to remember. It's a call to return. It's a call to surrender. And it makes my heart burn. Summer's light begins to fade. The sun slips low across the sky. Cast a net of slanting rays. The North Star rises high. It's a call to remember. It's a call to return. It's a call to surrender. And it makes my heart burn. You just have to spread your wings when the geese begin to sing. Once in flight, you will be strong, even if the journey's long. It's a call to remember. It's a call return. It's a call to surrender, and it makes my heart burn. All right. Well, thank you so much.
That has been fantastic. You have spent a fantastic hour with Mary Rocap live here in the studio. We hope you have enjoyed it. Find more Mary at maryrocap.com. Rocap is R-O-C-A-P. You know how to spell Mary. We're going to get reconfigured here in the studio. We're going to play a playlist that Mary brought in. And we're getting reconfigured right now. Hang on with us.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
See you soon.
Mary's going to intro our first song for us.
Yeah, this is from a double album of the recently deceased Lynn Swisher Spears. And she had gotten a ton of different women, local and to sing these songs that she had written or written with. And the one that, do you have it all set up there?
Yep, it's ready to go.
So this one is called, let me see, No Greater Gift. And Isabel Vallis sings it and wrote the music for it, but it was Lynn's words. And so I just so much deeply appreciate knowing the little I did of Lynn. It's a real sorrow that she's passed.
Yes, she made a very big impact on the local music scene.
Yes.
I can't believe you found me. I've been lost for so long. You must have had to search high and low. When you put your arms around me, and at last I felt at home, I prayed you would never let me go.